Hello, MASL soccer fans, live from the CQ Arena tonight. It's MASL Soccer. The Baltimore Blast hosting the Utica City Football Club. Paul Mittermeier and Andrew Primrose with you on the broadcast here tonight. And for the Baltimore Blast, it's an unfamiliar situation as the Blast look up in the standings at Utica. The Utica City Football Club at a 9-4 mark right now, a game ahead of the Blast, who sit at 7-4, and the Blast coming off of a 2-game road losing streak as the Blast fell to Harrisburg and at Milwaukee as well. The Utica City Football Club struggling themselves. They lost at Kansas City, then lost at Harrisburg before righting the ship and regaining first place with their win over the Orlando Seawolves 10-6 last time out. Let's go down for more on this season series between Utica and the Baltimore Blast. Let's go down to Andrew Primrose behind the bench. Andrew?
Well, and Paul, you talked about it, an unfamiliar situation for the Baltimore Blast, as not only are they looking up at the standings of Utica City, they're trailing the season series 2-1. The two teams met 3 times in the month of December, Utica winning both games at home with a 17-12 aggregate score lead over the Blast. The Blast able to hold serve at home and looking to even the season series and regain a tie for first place with a win here at CQ Arena where they're 16-0. But so far, 2 losses to Utica City. Not a familiar place for the Blast to see themselves in.
That's right, Andrew. Blast actually an 18-game winning streak here at CQ when you count the 2 playoff games as well. We'll see what happens tonight. It's the Blast and Utica City Football Club. Kickoff is next after the break. You're watching Blast Soccer and MASL Soccer on MASL TV and NBC Sports Washington. And welcome back to Baltimore, the CQ Arena, where tonight the Baltimore Blast and Utica City Football Club face off. Tonight's goalkeepers: in goal for Utica City, Andrew Coughlin, 9-3 on the season, a 5.18 goals against average, and a .660 save percentage. And in goal for the Blast, William Van Zella, 6-4 on the season, with a 4.52 goals against average, and a 711 save percentage. Let's take a look at Utica City's lineup. Nate Bordeaux starts alongside Bo Yelovich. Also, Darren Toby in that starting lineup for Utica City, and Slavisa Ubi-Parapovic as well. As Utica City starts things with the Blast steal quickly. John Orlando on a run. That one's kicked away neatly by Toby, and Utica City will regroup here on their side of the field.
Well, and Paul, you mentioned all the players that are starting, but several key sketches both sides. Juwan Pereira remains out for the Blast. Sam Guernsey and Jeremy Raley both out for the Blast as well. And then for Utica City, several big players out, as Morera is out, Salas is out, and the newly acquired Freddie Mugin joins Canardo Forbes on the Utica City bench. So both teams experiencing the injury bug early on this season.
Yeah, no doubt, Andrew. And Freddie Mujian, a great acquisition for Utica City. He's got 2 goals and 2 assists in some limited playing time for Utica City. There you see Adriano Dos Santos with the ball for the Blast. He dumps it into the corner. Blast have changed. Quick shot is loose in front. And a big save there by Coughlin to gather it up. First shot of the day by Kalu for the Blast. Good outlet into the Blast end of the field for Ben Raymond, but it comes all the way back this time, and Coughlin will field on his side. Schindler with a quick touch for Lucio Gonzaga. Gonzaga marked by Tony Donatelli.
Lucio excited to make his appearance on the short field. He's missed a couple games here, both as a member of the Harrisburg Heat, and then this season missed the game here earlier as he was serving a red card suspension. So Lucio excited to play on this small field where his shot will be dangerous from almost anywhere on this turf.
Once Lucio on this short field, once Lucio crosses the midfield stripe, he is deadly from anywhere. And Vanzella will have to be sharp knowing that. Quick chance here, shot, and Vanzella comes out well off his mark to make, or off his line to make the save. He parries it over the glass, and it'll be a corner kick here for Utica City.
Utica City bench irate, saying that they believed it was a handball. It looked like it to me. It went off Williams' shoulder, and I think that was a good new call, but Utica City's bench disagreed.
Quick start here, blocked away. Utica City's been good on the restarts, but the Blast equal to the task on that one. One thing you'll see here on the short field is a quick change. One mistake in the midfield will cost you a goal here on the short field. The Blast have been very good on this field, as we mentioned in the open, 18-0, looking for win number 19 here to start their season and their career here at CQ. Of course, the Blast moving from downtown Baltimore last year here to Towson and the CQ Arena, and they've been perfect ever since they got here.
Well, and it's funny because if you had to design a team that the style fits for the short field, it would not be the Blast. The Blast love the long field where they could do ball control and maintain possession. So for them, and as a foul is called off the ball, as Andrew Hoxie takes down Stephen DeRue from behind.
Hoxie with a foul there. DeRue goes down. Quick restart here. Here's Yelovich with a quick turn, but double team comes and pushes him back. Dos Santos defends. Quick shot here off the boards in front, and a nice job defensively. Then Vanzella gets the foot out to make the save and covers up in his box.
How about that save from William Vanzella as an early candidate for save of the game there, as he reached out and made that save coming across. Flexibility there.
Here's Jonathan Mello returning from his red card suspension. Mello gets the return pass off the boards in front. Yelovich there to make that play, and ball caroms off the glass in front of the scorer's table.
Finds that 4 feet chunk of glass that somehow seems to find half the balls here.
There's Mello. Quick feed inside, quick turn. Goes by the foot of Salifu. Now a turnover, but Gonzaga spilled, and a foul called on the play on the Blast. It's on Mo Ndiaye. It's his first of the half. Talked about Mello returning from the suspension. Got a red card in Harrisburg, missed the Milwaukee game. Blast have had some key players out for some time now. Of course, Vinny Dantas, we'll keep our eye on him tonight. He's coming back from injury tonight. Missed the last 2 games with the injury after he had 2 natural hat tricks in back-to-back games.
Eight goals in 2 games prior. Yeah, 8 goals in 3 games in that 2-weekend stretch. Does the foul be called?
A foul here on the Blast again. Thomas picked up the foul, so a free kick. Callahan touches to the far side. Ball down the board, stolen away. Here is Dantas.
Second shift so far tonight, getting some early action.
Ball deflected back towards the Blast end, and you can see how quickly the ball changes directions here. Here's Dantas in the corner.
It's a good matchup for the Blast, as Dantas had plenty of room against Raymond, but kicks it back out.
See if Vinny's not 100%. Here's Dos Santos. Drives one that's blocked. Good block there by Tavernisi. Onto the foot of Ubi Parapovic now. Slavisa is 7th in the league in scoring, 16 goals on the season. And he's also got 13 assists. That one by Yelovich as he was playing the target for Utica. And it goes into the hands of Vanzella. Quickly up ahead for Hoxie. Hoxie, another target for the Blast that's missed a few games. Andrew comes into this one with 6 goals and 3 assists on the season. 2 game-winning goals for the Blast. Hoxie with a touch, but Elton was coming forward. And let's see, a foul called here on the Blast.
That's actually, ball went out of bounds. It kicked over the bench.
Blast said they wanted to be their ball, but the referee said no, all for the Blast. So Utica City with the restarts.
And I think that was just a little bit of gamesmanship from Adriano, as he knew it wasn't their ball, but was able to dispute it and allow the Blast defense to get back behind the ball.
Aaron passed by Schindler, but the Blast can't control. Yelovich now, good pass to the middle. A good turn here, shot and a goal! Great play by Logan Roberts. He puts it into the back of the net, his 3rd goal of the season, and Utica City jumps on top 1-0. Here's the replay. Great feed to the middle, and then a nice toe poke there with the right foot by Roberts to get it past Vanzella.
Well, no, it was a nice job by Roberts, as you said, with the toe poke to go kind of near post there, as ordinarily he would have gone across there, but to use their near foot and kind of go near side, it messed up William Vanzella, as he thought he was trying to take away the wide part of the net.
Yelovich with his 7th assist of the season. Utica steals the kickoff, and they're right back at it now on the Blast side of the field. And Vitale leaves it for Lucio. Lucio with a great career here in Baltimore with the Blast to start. Won a few championships here in Baltimore before going to Harrisburg and now Utica. Tavernisi, marked by Mike Diesel for the Blast. Double team comes from Mello. And Callahan now wins it. Back for his keeper, Coughlin.
And Paul, you can't talk about Lucio without mentioning Gary Stein and the famous kiss the white goal.
Kiss the wife,
kiss
the baby.
Yeah,
yes.
Kissed everyone in their stands at one point. Prolific goal scorer for the Blast, a good team captain, and Ubi Parapovic and Quito get into it off the ball.
Talk about, the kings of celebration. How about the Blast? To kiss the baby, kiss the wife.
Propose to the girlfriend,
right?
Yeah. Done it all here. But Lucio, a great Blast player, and a guy that's enjoyed a lot of success across the league. And, he's gotten a little bit older, but that foot hasn't lost any life, that's for sure.
Utica City with some good possession here. Yelovich turns. That's kicked away. Mello clears that. Ubi Parapovic drives it into the net. And William Vanzella with some inspirational words for his teammates.
Looks like we're going to stay in here.
Goalkeeper distribution. Now, rules here in the MASL this year, the goalkeeper can throw it across 3 lines. No player can kick the ball across 3 lines. Goalkeepers now, though, can play the ball with their arm across 3. We see that a lot now from all the keepers.
Well, it's really changed the flow of the game here. Is that then it made it almost impossible with the goalies to distribute with their arms overhand with as small as the space from yellow line to yellow line is here. So it was a great rule change for the league, as they've had several of these smaller fields come into vogue.
Coughlin to the far side. Pressure now from Dantas. Quick touch from Lucio to the wing, and a save by Vanzella as he came out, cut that angle down. Deflection off of Olivero in front, goes right to Vanzella. Quick distribution to the corner for Salifu. He's double teamed and unable to beat that. Ball goes around the turn right into the hands of Coughlin. A quick shot here. Yelovich, saved by Vanzella. A quick turn here for Hoxie. Hoxie off the boards in front. That one touched away. Dos Santos now for the Blast. 1-0 Utica early on here, first quarter. Utica will play man-to-man here. Elton D'Oliveiro for the Blast on the far side. Tries for Hoxie. That miscommunication, and you can see some of these guys have missed some time. There's a little bit of a disconnect here between players. Ubi Parapovic. Left-footed for DeRue, Stephen DeRue. Another defender that was here in Baltimore. Started with the Blast. Ball comes free. Vanzella right there to make the play.
6 minutes left in the first quarter. The next ball out of play will be a stoppage for the official timeout.
Vanzella for Dos Santos. Good pressure by DeRue. More pressure. DeRue nearly steals Dos Santos. Now double team comes, and the Blast are all kind of hurt in their own end. Vanzella with a quick turn. Donatelli now with some space. Threads the needle to the middle. Oliviero turns, shoots. Not much pace on that left-footed shot, and that allowed Coughlin to get across and make the save.
Blast struggling on picking up their defensive assignments in the transition right now.
Oh, dangerous pass here. Good strong play on the ball by Utica City to avoid the turnover. Good ball by Coughlin here, and here comes Utica City. Gonzaga, quick turn, shoots, save Vanzella. Another opportunity. Donatelli clears that, but run on the foot of Gonzaga. Right now, it's all Utica City.
Danny's got to learn in that situation. Oliveira's got to learn. You can't give Lucio Gonzaga that much space, even with his right foot.
That was a big-time save there by Vanzella. Good turn by Ubi Parish in front. Still loose. Shot in front blocked away. And again, Utica City wins the battle. There's Raymond into the corner for Tavernisi. Tavernisi goes down, but is able to play it back for Raymond. A good 3 minutes of possession now here for Utica City. Blast have been playing good, or playing well defensively. They just have not been able to get the offense going. Ball out of play. And we'll see whose ball it is when we come back. Timeout on the field, we'll take one as well. 4:08 left in the first. Utica City leads the Blast 1-0. You're watching MASL Soccer on MASL TV and NBC Sports Washington.
Stepping into the unknown, it can be difficult to find the way. But with the compassion and strength of a name and the security of the cross and shield, obstacles become openings. As we have for more than 75 years, we'll continue to light the way, using our knowledge to create new healthcare solutions, giving you the power to shine forward to whatever awaits tomorrow. Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield. Live fearless.
Is IRS debt affecting you and your family? If you received a wage garnishment notice, a bank levy, or have unfiled taxes, or if you have an existing IRS debt of $10,000 or more, you need to make the call.
I made the call, and Paramount gave me peace of mind.
Paramount Tax Relief. We're here when it counts the most.
I made the call.
I made the call.
We made the call.
For a free consultation, make the call today.
No, 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 no.
Jack, can I talk to you? I think you need one of these. You're acting like a kid.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Have a blast and score big at Antwerpen Automotive. Jack is saying yes to every deal on all new and pre-owned vehicles. Plus discounts up to $15,000 and no payments for 3 months. Now at all 10 Antwerpen locations.
Jack says yes!
Welcome back to Baltimore CQ Arena. Blast ball as Utica City leads the Blast 1-0. Logan Roberts with the Utica City goal for the 1-0 lead. So Nascimento over the ball for the Blast. He'll trigger it in. Don't forget the MASL now has a podcast. Join host Craig Elston as he talks to players, officials, and coaches from across the league and takes you behind the scenes of the MASL. Check out MASLsoccer.com to listen to past episodes and subscribe to the official MASL podcast.
Well, if Craig was down on the bench right now, he would have heard a very unhappy Baltimore coaching staff and veteran leadership with the first way this first quarter has gone for the Blast, as they have struggled on some of the things that they do well typically as a team, and that's enabled them to be down 1-0 right now.
Well, now Cemento clears the zone. Gonzaga able to field that one, though, and Blast now will put some heavy pressure on. I know in the locker room before the game, Danny Kelly was talking about pressuring Utica City. And Blast will see if they'll increase that as the night goes on. Good carry by NDI, but he's forced back, and Mike Diesel has it. We'll also keep our eyes on the playing time of Vinny Dantas here tonight.
3 shifts in the first quarter.
Bo Orlando to Mello inside, off the boards, and need back to the keeper, Coughlin. Good defensive play there by Utica City. Ball into the corner. Elton runs on. Quick back heel for Dantas. Utica City runs that down.
And you can see right there, Vinny not at full speed, as ordinarily he would have charged straight through that, and more reserved and a little slower pace than he usually would have had on a ball where he had a line towards the goal.
You definitely see the intensity increase here for the Blast. Quick shot right on Vanzella, save, rebound, and a goal. Guess who? Logan Roberts again, his second goal of the game off of the rebound given up by Vanzella. And Utica City has a 2-0 lead.
We'll see on this replay here coming up in a second. William Vanzella equal to the first shot, and again another shot from outside the yellow line, but unable to corral the shot against his chest. Bounced up, and Mello not in front of Roberts to control that rebound. And it's 2-0 Utica City here, as the Blast not only behind, and they have 4 players on the field right now. Here comes Drew to even it out.
Yeah, Ubi Parapovic gets the assist on the Logan Roberts goal.
So the Blast not used to having big halftime leads, or big time halftime swings either way, but down 2-0, a very rare position for the Blast at home.
Foul call here on the Blast. Schindler went down in the corner. Well, remember, Andrew, a couple games ago, Mississauga was here, and they took a quick 2-0 lead. And the Blast ended up winning that one 14-6.
If that happens tonight, I'm going to be shocked with as good as this Utica City team is.
Right, I hear you. All right, Blast draw the foul this time, so a free kick here. Here's Thomas. Leaves it back. Olivero back for Thomas. In front, goes through Hoxie. Dos Santos runs on and kicks it into the netting.
Both teams will switch off here as Andrew Hoxie thought Dos Santos was going to make a run behind him. He let the ball cream through, and nobody there. And a wasted opportunity for the Blast as Yelovach goes right over top Mike Diesel.
Yeah, Yelovich pushes Diesel in the back. Clearly saw that before he made the play on the ball. So it'll be a goalkeeper distribution for Vanzella.
There's not many guys that can move Mike Diesel off his spot in this league. Bo Yelovach is one of them. That is mass on mass.
Now Cemento mishits it, now another chance. Handball on Utica.
Good call there. Fortunately for the Blast, though, it'll be behind the yellow line. Limit the restart a little bit.
Yelovich forces the error there as he made a run at Diesel when he kicked it out of play.
And they're going to mark the ball beyond the yellow line.
Tavernisi in the corner, marked by Diesel. Back for Vitale now. Raymond around the turn, and Vanzella up to that challenge. Quick outlets, looking for NDI, but that's kicked away. Blast will regroup here with 1:12 left in the quarter. Header by Nascimento, and then a little flick on goal by NDI. Coughlin makes that save.
1 minute left in the quarter.
Lucio. Yelovich with the turn. Double team comes and takes it away. Diesel can't get it. Gonzaga outraces him to the ball. A nifty move by Lucio to get out of his own end. Good battle, Yelovich. Makes the turn on Nascimento. Vanzella makes that save.
That's a great play by Nascimento to body up there on a much bigger man.
Mello. 20 seconds left. William quickly for Dantas. Vinny along the turn. 10 seconds left. Nascimento. 5 to play. Dantas shoots. That's blocked. Vitale got a foot on that. And that's how we'll end the quarter. Utica, 2 goals from Logan Roberts, and they are spotted to a 2-0 or 2-0 first quarter lead. We'll come back with second quarter action after the break. Utica City 2, Blast nothing. You're watching MASL Soccer on MASL TV and NBC Sports Washington.
The story is changing. The words ever evolving. Bolder, braver. We are architects of opportunity, and what we're building is more than buildings. It's pride. College is capable of being more, and every day we're proving it. Welcome to the new TU.
Is your credit card debt driving you batty? We're going up! Just like your credit card fees and interest rates.
Always fear, the debt suckers are here.
One call to Consolidated Credit can get the debt suckers off your back. Consolidated Credit will lower your interest rates, consolidate your bills into one easy payment, and get you out of debt fast. Call Consolidated Credit and get your life back.
Call 800-207-4423. That's 800-207-4423.
Have you ever experienced a tequila aged 7 years in an American oak barrel and finished off 1 year in a French oak barrel? Califino, treat yourself to the fino things in life. Use promo code FINO30 to get 30% off your entire order. Buy now on califinotequila.com.
Smile.
No matter how well you provide for your family today, if you don't have life insurance, their future may be at risk. Why not help guarantee those you love $250,000 or more with life insurance through AIG Direct? Less than $14 a month buys a 40-year-old man a $250,000 term life policy. That's up to 3 times what you can get from other companies for the same price. Make the future more secure for those you love.
Call 1-800-723-8547.
Welcome back to Baltimore. Utica City leads the Blast 2-0 after 1 quarter of play. Outside of being on the team, the best way to know what's happening in the MASL is to tune in to Kick This. Soccer Sam discusses the ins and outs of all the MASL action. Find Kick This every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern on iHeartRadio. You can actually also usually catch the rebroadcast or the video is always up on Facebook as well. Soccer Sam does a nice job every week talking about the MASL and soccer in general. Blast will start here in the second quarter. Dos Santos kicks it right to Utica City, and they'll take over. A lot of uncharacteristic things going on for the Blast here early on in this first half.
Well, in Utica City not playing, despite the 2-0 lead, I think Brian Hall has had some words for his team as they've made some mistakes off the switches as well. So they're happy to have that 2-0 lead. They've gotten a lot of clean shots from far away, and both of their goals have come from long-distance shots that led to either rebounds or scoring opportunities. But I don't think either team is playing up to the level that they're used to right now.
Uwe Parapovic's shot is blocked. Mello tries for Dantas. That one gets away. You just see Vinny just laboring up the field there. Now miscommunication between Dos Santos and Dantas. Once again, Utica City makes the steal. Blast keep it alive. Dantas goes down.
He's down.
Blast still have it though. Double team on Salifu, and now hard foul, and Blast player down in the corner. That's Elton who's shaken up. First quarter stats, here's the replay. Double team come, there's Elton stepping in and then really just gets kicked by Ubi Parapovic. So restart for the Blast here. Here's Mello. Salifu's ball mishit to the corner.
He had a line there. I'm not sure what he just mishit that ball.
Quick turn by Yelovich. Quick touch by Dos Santos. Out come the Blast. Double team though. Good work there. Good steal by Bordeaux. Quickly, Roberts into the Baltimore end. Roberts looking for the natural hat trick here. As I mentioned, stats in that first quarter, Utica City out shooting the Blast 10-4. And 7 saves in that first quarter for Vanzella. Coughlin clears the zone. Elton makes the steal. Hoxie, good target play in the midfield. Lucio goes down, and Hoxie called for the foul. A little bit of a dive there by Lucio.
I'm not going to say Lucio dove, but he did look up at Andrew Hoxie like, I got you. So a little veteran play there.
There's the replay, yeah.
Look at this look where he looks up. I got away with that? That worked?
Oh, good ball here. Daru, quick turn. He can score from there. Great save by Vanzella.
Fantastic recovery, but the Blast have to figure out that transition defense. That's the 4th or 5th time they've had an unmarked player on the transition.
Well, Daru just outworked both Blast players in the corner. And again, he wins the ball back. Good defensive play there by Dos Santos to knock it away. Almost a handball. But again, all that good work, but right back onto the foot of Utica City. It's Daru again in the far corner. Ubi Parapovic with a chip. Here's Yelovich. This time marked by Kalu.
Kalu might be giving a little bit in size there, huh? Look at that win for Kalu.
Foul here. Gets tripped up by Yelovich. I think Bo wanted the initial call. That was just a good battle, and then Kalu went down and they called the foul. Well, chip to Orlando. Can Donatelli get there? Good defensive play. Orlando keeps it alive. Donatelli turns and just misses wide. Oh, great shot there by Tony Donatelli, and he just missed the mark. Closest opportunity so far for the Blast tonight. NDI. Quick back heel. Gets away from the double team. Here's Mello. Dos Santos. Touch inside. NDI taken down. Oh, great ball here. And Kenawai goes into the corner. Utica City wins it. Well, the English on that ball. Daru runs it down. Fires a heater back to his keeper, Coughlin. Schindler now. Back for Lucio. 4 minutes into the second quarter. Blast a little more energy here in the second quarter.
Energy has definitely flipped. Utica City's been able to keep the ball control, but the Blast have been chasing them with much more energy and enthusiasm than they were in the first quarter.
Lucio stood up. NDI to the corner. Lucio recovers defensively. Nice play there by the veteran. NDI wins the ball. Nascimento over for Dos Santos. Adriano holds while the Blast changes. Fresh troops on, fresh legs on. Olivero into the Utica side. Mello has the ball. He'll come off now. Diesel tries for Dantas. That's stolen away. Ubi Parapovic, far side. Touch to the middle. Quick back heel shot. That's blocked away. We'll get a kick in here for Utica on the far side.
Well, that's the biggest thing we've seen so far is the transition defense from the Blast. The Blast not picking up as now Roberts comes on unmarked. Finally seen here on the transition. The Blast are just not picking up their men as they're working on their defensive rotations.
So the referee wanted Vinny Dantas to back up. Vinny said, no, I'm 5 yards away. The referee didn't believe him until he had to walk it off, and it was. Vinny clears off the official. Tough break there for the Blast.
Blast gets a terrible break there as the referee gets a block.
Tavernisi on the far side. Joey Tavernisi, another MASL veteran, 13 goals and 9 assists this year. Tavernisi and Ubi Parapovic have really teamed up to be a dangerous duo, 25 goals between the two of them.
Well, Ubi Parapovic is a guy that's done great things in this league, but already less than halfway through this.
Miscommunication there and a goal. The Blast allowed the ball to lay on the box, and then eventually Utica City would take advantage. And they put one past Van Zella to make it 3-0. Here's the replay, and there's the end of it. Callahan gets the goal.
Ubi Parapovic picks up the assist there, and the Blast behind 3-0 in the first half, and looked a little shell-shocked, frankly.
Oh, just another miscommunication. This time defensively for the Blast, and that cost them a goal. Hoxie with the turn, that's blocked. Blast have them work cut out for themselves now. I can't remember, Andrew, a 3-goal deficit in this building.
I'm trying to go back last year, one so far. So yeah, definitely not one so far this year, and definitely not with this roster that they're playing with now.
John Orlando with the steal. Blast get the possession.
I mean, if you go back to last year's teams, the guy that's not on the field right now, Lucas Roque, Juwan Pereira's, a handball will be called.
Both officials make that call.
Oh,
they're going to call a foul.
They called it before?
Before, okay.
Okay. All right, so that wasn't a handball.
That was a handball too, but they must have called the foul before that. Dos Santos with some room, shoots, that's parried away. Hoxie keeps it alive. Dos Santos to the corner. Double team by Lucio, steals it away. Out comes Yelovich. Thomas, good double team for the Blast. Thomas still battling along those boards. Still battling, gets it free. Here's Hoxie. Hoxie, quick shot, goes just wide.
Great thought.
Bello pulls it back out as the Blast change.
Really like that thought by Hoxie, as it looked like it was going to go off the boards, and that's what the defense was playing. He tried to go wide and sneak a goal in.
The arrow tries for Hoxie, but that goes wide. That goes wide of Hoxie under the keeper, and now Utica's offensive possession goes awry. Here's Hoxie in the Utica end. Hoxie with a shot, that's saved. Rebound, Donatelli can't get that one. And a foul called on Hoxie. That's number 3 on Hoxie in the half. 4 fouls and a half, and it's a blue card and a 2-minute penalty and a power play for the opposition. And Hoxie's got 3. Here's the replay. That's a tough call.
Wow.
3-line violation here by Utica City as they kicked it over the yellow, the white, and the yellow. So a restart here for the Blast at the Utica City yellow line.
Interested to see if they pull Hoxie here soon.
Hoxie's drive, that's blocked. Donatelli heads it back for Van Zella. William distributes to the box. Dos Santos settles, but the Utica City clears. Ball off the boards for Donatelli. A little too hot that time. Nascimento runs it down. Marco with a touch for Tony. Now, Vero's shot goes well wide. Dos Santos on the far side. NDI loses the physical battle there. Utica City wins the ball.
Well, that's where NDI is going to make his living, as that point attacker, but he's got to learn how to play with his body before he gets the ball to gain possession.
Wow.
Bordeaux
went down, and again, official says play on, because I think Utica City really embellishing now. Dantas double team. Dos Santos back for Mello. Mello down the wing on Lucio. Good D there by Gonzaga. Back for Dos Santos. That ball stolen away. Elton keeps it alive. Quick turn. Here's Mello. Dantas far side. Tavernisi defends. And defends well. And Schindler gets spilled. Dantas the foul. Free kick for Utica City.
Utica City wanted the card, and frankly, they wouldn't have been wrong to get one there. As you can see, Vinny Dantas was beaten, reached around and
grabbed him.
down.
Yeah, grabbed him from behind.
Yeah, that very easily could have been a card. We've seen it called a card here. And a break for the Blast as that was not given.
All right, now Blast are just reeling offensively. Just cannot get anything going offensively.
There's another unmarked player.
And a goal. Again, Logan Roberts has the hat trick. Great feed cross crease. And right now the Blast have no answers. It's 4-0 Utica City. Here's the replay. Great feed. Thomas late to get there. Nothing Vanzella could do about it. Logan Roberts with the hat trick.
And that's going to take us to the officials' timeout as well.
Timeout on the floor. We'll take 1-2. 6:25 left in the half. Utica City 4, Blast nothing. You're watching MASL Soccer on MASL TV and NBC Sports Washington. Welcome back to Baltimore. The Blast in a hole as Utica City leads 4-0 over the Blast here with just over 6 minutes left to play first half. As the Blast 18-game winning streak here at CQ Arena on the line here this evening. Pressure by Ubi Parapovic. Yelovich got the assist on that last goal by Roberts. Utica City has it again, 4-on-2. Yelovich shot, saved by Vanzella. Good save there by William.
It's 4-2 or 4-0 in the score, but it could easily be 2 or 3 more goals. So William Vanzella has made a couple very good saves.
It has been all Utica here in this first half. Play by Coughlin, nice touch there for Ubi Parapovic, I should say. Dantas allows Diesel to win it, but DeRue steals, and Steven mishits that one with the left foot into the crowd. Get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams. Make sure you are following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram, and MASL Arena on Twitter.
Andrew Hoxie there would have had a shift, but now sitting because of the 3 minutes. So for the last 6 minutes, the Blast already short on point players. Going to be playing without one, as Andrew Hoxie looks like he might be done for the half.
Yeah, Denny Kelly does not want to, usually doesn't gamble with his players with 3 fouls. Oh, quick header there by Orlando, and a sprawling save by Coughlin to keep the Blast off the board.
Fantastic save by Andrew Coughlin as he laid all the way across the goal and switched directions very quickly to recover on that head ball from
that was a
John Orlando.
Nifty little header and a goal! A goal by Utica again!
Joey Tavernisi picks up the goal there as John Orlando tried to be a little cute and flick that over William Van Zella's head, and Tavernisi just took it away from him.
Did he touch that, or did Orlando score an own goal?
No,
Let's take a look.
No,
oh,
it went right off Joey, yeah.
Well, did it go off of Tavernisi or Van Zella?
No, off Joey. It did go off of Joey on this. You can see in the replay. Joey hit it off his head, and William tried to get to it and just could not.
Wow.
So uncharacteristic all over the place for the Blast, and you know they've been playing shorthanded for a long time now, and you were wondering when it was going to catch up. They stayed in with Milwaukee on a team that just did not have a lot of players out there that you recognize, and so far Utica City not having any patience with this Blast team.
Well, 5-0 Utica City.
And Yelovak not taking his foot off the gas. William Van Zella, no
Callahan shot, that's blocked. Dos Santos makes that play. It has just been a nightmare first half for the Blast. Donatelli now. Nascimento for Dos Santos.
Well, I feel pretty confident in saying in the 18 games the Blast have played here, there's definitely not been a 5-0
Never
deficit.
seen a 5-goal deficit. Well, let's see what the Blast can do here. You've got to get that first one. Here's a chance. NDI was spilled. Blast wanted a foul, at least.
Yeah.
Oh, I should say Yelovich with the steal. And it's just, who is this team wearing red and black?
Well, and you got to give credit to Utica City. They've played close. They've been winning at home, and it looks like they're going to get their first win here if it stays the way that they've been playing so far. So good for Utica City as they've come to play here. And, you know, it's got to be from a psychological standpoint. They played so many one-goal games over the years as the Syracuse Silver Knights against this Blast team and to lose so many times. And then last year, right going into the playoffs, they get that one win at home against the Blast, and you could see them get confidence. And they go into that playoff series last year, and both games close, and then play a close game here as there's a foul off, and then there's a blue card called.
Well, there's a takedown as well. They're going to get 2 minutes as Dos Santos was spilled away from the play. And we'll check and see if it's also a foul as Oliveira was spilled. And we'll get the calls here for the Blast. It's definitely going to be 2 minutes. You saw there on the replay the grab on Dos Santos. But then as it came down the floor, and we're going to see a descent as well, a yellow card for Utica City.
And I think it was a Paravovic picks up the yellow as well. I thought it was going to be Yelovak, but he's not. And he continues to please legs, and he better be careful and not pick up a yellow as well. But a yellow on Tavernisi, and Kenaway picks up the blue card. So the Blast have the power play and then Tavernisi in the box for 5 minutes. So a good opportunity to get some of these points back.
All right, well, Blast will start with the power play. Penalties on Kenaway, 2 minutes. Ubi Parapovic picks up the 5-minute yellow card for dissent. Blast, 47% on the power play. Quick shot and a save, 64% on the penalty kill for Utica.
So, Paul, you're down 5-0. It's 2 minutes left. Do you think about putting the sixth attacker in so they can cross midfield?
No.
With William not being able to cross midfield. You don't consider that at all?
No. You know, you play it straight. You try to get the power play goal. Here's Donatelli. Mello. Into the middle. That's knocked away. Oliveira runs off. Here's Dantas. Double team comes. Quick move. Donatelli. Back to Dantas.
A lot of patience from the Blast.
Ball off the boards in front. That's kicked away. Here's Mello. Donatelli with some space. Vinny with a drive into the mezzanine section here at CQ Arena.
It's into the mezzanine section of the accompanying football stadium as that ball just took off, went to another planet.
So 53 seconds left on the power play. 141 left in the half. Huge moment of the game here.
Well, the Blast have to score on this power play. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. They have to pick up at least one goal here at the end of this half on the power play.
Pressure by Utica City and steal. Vanzella comes out. Ball goes around Donatelli. Toby has it. And Utica will rag some time here. Donatelli gets it ahead. Dantas plays it into the bench.
Bad break from the Blast as that ball missed the glass by maybe 2 feet. And if it was, Mello was off to the races. Great thought by Vinny Dantas.
31 seconds left on the power play. 1:18 left in the first half. All Utica here first half. Blast 3 straight MASL championships. Have pretty much locked up their division every year, but different story this year. Utica City comes in with a 1-game lead and a 5-goal lead here tonight. Donatelli into the mesh, over the glass. Goalkeeper distribution with 8 seconds left on the power play. Coughlin will trigger it in. Mello chests it down for Vanzella. Still time for the Blast. Ball headed away. Now Kenaway out of the box. Chance for Utica City and a foul called here on the Blast. 42 seconds left. 2:54 left on the 5-minute misconduct to Ubi Parapovic.
Well, just an absolutely huge penalty kill from a Blast team that needed to get a goal there.
That's the one thing we've talked about this year that the Blast has not been as good at this year are the power plays and the set pieces.
Well, I mean, you lose your captain, you lose one of the best players in Blast history, and a guy that orchestrated a lot of that, and Pat Healy. So,
wow.
I mean, as good as Tony Donatelli is, Pat Healy was the guy that coordinated a lot of that. And when you lose a player of that caliber, you don't just replace it overnight.
47% coming on the power play is not an acceptable number for the Blast. Quick shot off the boards here. That's kicked away. Mello has it back. Crosses it to the box. 10 seconds left. Thomas tries to flick it towards the side here. Raymond wins it. Thomas takes it back, but that'll do it for the half. And shock and awe in Baltimore as Utica City puts up 5 on the Blast in that first half to take a commanding 5-0 lead. Logan Roberts with the hat trick. Blast looking for answers as we head to the half. Let's go back down to Andrew Primrose, who has Blast assistant coach David Bascom. Andrew?
I'm down here with David. And David, 5-0 deficit. This is the first time at CQ Arena you guys have faced a deficit like this. What is Utica City doing differently that you guys are seeing?
Well, I think the biggest thing is that, they're playing, they're possessing the ball a lot, and they're playing some confidence. The changes we have to make is that there has to be a mindset shift. Yeah, because when things don't go right for you mentally, physically, you get out of the game.
What are you and Danny Kelly going to say to the Blast players as you go back into the locker room now?
Well, first of all, we got time, don't panic. It's a lot of game left. We cannot panic. We got to stay to what we know. We play well off of rhythm. You can only play well off of rhythm and execute if you have the ball.
All right, well, thank you. Good luck in the second half. We appreciate you taking the time to talk with us.
All right, Andrew, thank you. Logan Roberts with the hat trick in that first half. Also, Joey Tavernisi with a goal. And Liam Callahan also scored a goal for Utica in that first half. Very uncharacteristic first half for the Blast, as for the first time since they've been here at CQ Arena, they trail by 5. And it's an uphill battle for the Blast in the second half of play. We'll see if they can get it done here at CQ Arena. We'll take a timeout, halftime. Festivities on the way. Once again, our score at the half, it's Utica City 5 and the Baltimore Blast 0. Back with more. You're watching MASL Soccer on MASL TV and NBC Sports Washington.
Every day, all across Maryland, we help employers keep workers safe from accidents and injuries. We're Chesapeake Employers Insurance Company. At Chesapeake Employers, workers' compensation insurance and workplace safety have been our mission and passion for 100 years, and will be for 100 more. We help protect Maryland workers because
at the end of every workday, someone's waiting for your safe return.
Connect with your local agent or visit us online.
Stop! Living with hair loss, that is. Losing your hair is no fun, and no one wants to be bald. But there is hope.
Getting my hair back was the best thing that ever happened to me.
I'm happy with the way I look now. I'm very excited about my hair.
I feel beautiful.
I love my hair.
Hair Club offers all proven hair loss solutions backed by our commitment to satisfaction guarantee. If you're not 100% satisfied with the solution you choose, Hair Club will apply the purchase price to another proven hair loss solution or transplant more hair at no charge.
And it was the best thing I've ever done.
It looks good on me.
Call in the next 5 minutes to get your free brochure at no obligation. It will tell you everything you need to know about your hair loss problem, and it's free if you call now.
I am more pleased than what I had even imagined.
I at least look, I would say, 5 years younger.
I'm 52, and I look better now than I did when I was in my 40s.
I feel great.
And that's not all. The first 100 people who call will also receive $250 off any hair loss solution from Hair Club. Call now.
My name is Blair Underwood. 3 years ago, I started taking Omega XL as a part of my daily healthy lifestyle routine. It's changed my life. I'm here to share my knowledge about this amazing supplement. Omega XL is a natural omega-3 product that is very effective at reducing pain due to inflammation. I rarely endorse any product, but Omega XL is different because it works.
Omega XL is effective at relieving pain and the symptoms of inflammation, including swelling, daily aches and pains, back pain, and swollen joints.
Oh, I'm not weighed down by the burden of pain. It's changed my life. Omega XL, it works.
Start taking this product and you're going to be really happy with the results.
When you're in pain, that's all you can think of.
Omega XL offers a 90-day money-back guarantee from the date of your first order. Call now and you'll receive a bottle of Omega XL absolutely free with your first order.
You don't have to accept living a life with pain.
Call now or visit us on the web.
And welcome back to Baltimore's CQ Arena here on the campus of Towson University. And it's a shocker here in the first half. MASL Soccer as Utica City has a 5-0 lead on the Blast. Blast has won 18 consecutive games since coming north from downtown Baltimore here to CQ Arena. And that streak is on the line tonight as the Blast shut out in that first half of play. Utica City with a hat trick from Logan Roberts and goals from Liam Callahan and Joey Tavernisi have dominated the Blast here in Baltimore. The first half stats, shots on goal, Utica City out shooting the Blast 18-11. Utica City with 6 blocks to the Blast 4. The Blast committed 8 fouls, Utica City with 6 fouls. William Vanzella has 9 saves for the Blast. It could be a lot worse, but Vanzella has been huge in goal. And Andrew Coughlin has 4 saves for Utica City. Baltimore Blast would like to thank Miter USA for providing today's match balls. Miter, founded in Huddersfield, England, is among the world's oldest sporting goods brands, starting production back in 1817. MITRE is a proud partner of Major Arena Soccer League, providing arena-specific match balls to both the MASL and MASL2. We'll take a timeout. Later on, before the second half, we'll hear from Utica City coach Ryan Hall in that first half. We've got lots more coming your way as well. Utica City 5, Blast 0, back with more. You're watching MASL Soccer on MASL TV and NBC Sports Washington. Welcome back to Baltimore. Utica City leading the Blast 5-0 at the half. Don't forget the MASL now has a podcast. Join host Craig Elston as he talks to players, officials, and coaches from across the league. Takes you behind the scenes of the MASL. Check out MASLsoccer.com to listen to the past episodes and subscribe to the official MASL podcast. A big weekend of soccer in the MASL. Of course, this one here in Baltimore between the first and second place teams in the East. Later on tonight, the Coyotes and the Flash do battle. Also, Landon Donovan makes his MASL debut this weekend. Turlock hosts the San Diego Sockers later on tonight at 10:05 Eastern Time. And tomorrow, the St. Louis Ambush take on the Kansas City Comets. The Milwaukee Wave host the Florida Tropics. And the Blast right back in action on Sunday as the Blast hosts the Harrisburg Heat. And this Utica City squad will go back home on Sunday, February 10th to host the Mississauga Metro Stars as well. So interesting to see tonight Landon Donovan's debut here in the MASL and how he does for San Diego. Well, it's all Utica City here in Baltimore. First half in the books. The Utica City leading the Blast 5-0. We'll come back. We'll hear what Coach Ryan Hall has to say from Utica City before we kick off second half action. Blast and Utica City here in Baltimore at CQ Arena. Back with more after the break. You're watching MASL Soccer on MASL TV and NBC Sports Washington.
The story is changing. The words ever evolving. Bolder, braver. We are architects of opportunity, and what we're building is more than buildings. It's pride. College is capable of being more, and every day we're proving it. Welcome to the new TU.
My name is Blair Underwood. 3 years ago, I started taking Omega XL as a part of my daily healthy lifestyle routine. It's changed my life. I'm here to share my knowledge about this amazing supplement. Omega XL is a natural omega-3 product that is very effective at reducing pain due to inflammation. I rarely endorse any product, but Omega XL is different because it works.
Omega XL is effective at relieving pain and the symptoms of inflammation, including swelling, daily aches and pains, back pain, and swollen joints.
Oh, I'm not weighed down by the burden of pain. It's changed my life. Omega XL, it works.
Start taking this product and you're going to be really happy with the results.
When you're in pain, that's all you can think of.
Omega XL offers a 90-day money-back guarantee from the date of your first order. Call now and you'll receive a bottle of Omega XL absolutely free with your first order.
You don't have to accept living a life with pain.
Call now or visit us on the web.
Is your credit card debt driving you batty?
We're going up! Just like your credit card fees and interest rates. Always fear, the debt suckers are here.
One call to Consolidated Credit can get the debt suckers off your back. Consolidated Credit will lower your interest rates, consolidate your bills into one easy payment, and get you out of debt fast. Call Consolidated Credit and get your life back.
Call 800-207-4423. That's 800-207-4423.
Have you ever experienced a tequila aged 7 years in an American oak barrel and finished off 1 year in a French oak barrel? Califino, treat yourself to the fino things in life. Use promo code FINO30 to get 30% off your entire order. Buy now on califinotequila.com.
Smile.
No matter how well you provide for your family today, if you don't have life insurance, their future may be at risk. Why not help guarantee those you love $250,000 or more with life insurance through AIG Direct? Less than $14 a month buys a 40-year-old man a $250,000 term life policy. That's up to 3 times what you can get from other companies for the same price. Make the future more secure for those you love.
Call 1-800-723-8547.
Welcome back to Baltimore. Utica City leading the Blast 5-0 at the half. Let's go down to Andrew Primrose, who talked to Utica City coach Ryan Hall. Andrew, what did Ryan have to say?
Well, Ryan's looking at a 5-0 lead, but not taking anything for granted. He said there's a lot of soccer left to be played. Obviously, he's very happy with the way his team has played defense, getting 5 men behind the ball, but he's deferential to this 3-time champion Baltimore Blast and said nothing matters in the first half. It's how they finish out the second half that he'll be judged against. He said he doesn't see anything different from this Blast team, as they're still coached by Danny Kelly and they're still the champions until they're beaten. So for his Utica City team, I don't see any gloating, any enthusiasm as they're up 5-0, just a resolution to finish this game off and get the first win here in Baltimore.
All right, we'll see how things play out here in the second half. Slavisa Ubi-Parapovic starts the half in the box. He received a 5-minute misconduct in that second quarter. He's got 2:12 left to serve on it. No manpower penalty here for either team, but Ubi-Parapovic is in the box. He'll come out at the first dead ball after his penalty expires here in the third quarter. Here we go. Blast, get a quick steal to start things. Here's Thomas. Thomas for Donatelli. Cross field for Dantas. Now Dos Santos for the Blast. Quick shot. De Oliveira makes that shot, and Coughlin makes that save. So Andrew Coughlin comes out strong here to begin the third quarter.
Oh, you mentioned during the halftime, you talked about how the result would be even worse for Baltimore if William Vanzella wasn't playing well. Well, Andrew Coughlin has kept this big lead for Utica City as he's made 3 huge saves that I can think of right off the top of my head.
Turn by Dantas, played it through the box, and Donatelli couldn't get there. Quick chance here off the boards. Vanzella kicks that away and clears. So Utica City takes the first punch the Blast threw at him. We'll see what kind of energy the Blast come out with here. And it's a good test. Blast not used to being in this scenario. Tavernisi the steal. Thomas with a tackle. Tavernisi fights through, and a foul called here on the Blast. Good restart chance here for Utica City.
Well, you mentioned the Blast being an unfamiliar position. The last time they weren't in the championship game, 2009, predating this iteration of the MASL and before the merger with the PASL. And the Blast, every year that they've been in this league, has won the Eastern Conference and made the finals as the Eastern, so they've won the Eastern Division and the Eastern Conference every year. So unfamiliar position in second place, in addition to being down 5-0.
Lucio's restart shot found the glass in the corner. Here's a steal. Dos Santos leaves it. Mello turns, shoots. That one knocked off the line. I want to say that was Toby there that blocked that shot.
Absolutely.
Coughlin was out of position.
That was a very Blast-like defensive effort from Utica City as they had 3 guys behind on the turnover. As most teams would be caught flat-footed in this league, but Utica City making a concerted effort to have 5 guys back behind the ball, even on the transition, keeping guys behind the ball. And that's serving them well in this game as they're pitching the shutout.
Mello tries to make the turn, but Tavernisi pushes him back. Here's Kalu on the far side. Kalu turns, that ball deflected, it stays in play. Lucio chips it off the glass, keeps it in play. Callahan battles the double team, but the Blast win the ball.
What we're seeing in the first 3 minutes so far is the Blast have flipped the possession battle in the second half. They've kept control of the ball, which they were not able to do in the first half, but haven't turned it into any offense yet.
Nascimento, marked by Daru. Here's Hoxie in the corner.
He should have some fresh legs after sitting out what's amounted the last 8 minutes of the second quarter with 3 fouls.
There's Dos Santos off the bench. Adriano. Donatelli, that's blocked. Loose in the box. And Coughlin's there to grab it. Daru's down for Utica City. Definitely a different Blast team to start the third quarter here.
Well, not only does that injury stop the clock here, but it does allow Ubi Parapovic to step out of the box as well with that stoppage. So advantageous for Utica City as long as Daru is okay, as Ubi Parapovic will get to go back on the field.
Oh, MASL fans, don't forget about Kick This. Outside of being on the team, the best way to know what's happening in the MASL is to tune into Kick This. Every weekend, Soccer Sam discusses the ins and outs of all the MASL action. Find Kick This every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern on iHeartRadio. Daru's up. Looks like he's going to be okay. Did Daru catch that shot by chance in the face? Looks like he's going to be okay. They're going to take him over to the trainer's area behind the bench.
Yeah, walking right off there as it looked like it might have been a head injury initially, but then they were working on the lower body, and we'll see what kind of attention he gets as they are doing some vision tests on him. So if this was the NFL, we'd say the concussion protocol was in effect.
Coughlin's distribution goes into the hands of Vanzella. Keeper to keeper.
Saw the lack of communication between Dos Santos and William Vanzella, which is interesting as they're 2 regulars for the Blast, but just not on the same page for this Baltimore team today.
Here's Hoxie. He can't elude the double team. Ball blocked by Hoxie. Donatelli tries to play it back. It goes off the official. Here's Jelovic. Turns, and Vanzella rides that save into the boards. Distributes to Donatelli.
And again, 4 guys behind the yellow line by the time the Blast get the ball down there for Utica City.
Well, really, what Utica City can do now with a 5-goal lead, just pack it in and just play counterattack.
That's exactly what they're doing, and plays exactly into the style of play that Ryan Hall is looking to do. And frankly, it's something that Baltimore's ridden to 3 straight championships.
Quick shot here. Coughlin saw it late, made the save. Header by Hoxie goes off the bar. 50-50 ball won by Thomas. He goes down, and a foul called here on Ubi Parapovic. Thomas grasping at the hip. And Andrew Hoxie just grabs his head.
The ball's just not bouncing for the Blasters. I don't know how that one didn't go in.
Restart here at the yellow line. Donatelli yelling out instructions. Hoxie lets it go through. Thomas off the boards in front. Good deflection by Tavernisi. Or I should say Yelovich. That was Yelovich defensively. Ubi Parapovic, bad pass. Shot, that's blocked away by Yelovich. That shot by Thomas wide, and Dos Santos drives it up into the mesh.
There's just too many bodies in front of the goal right now. The Blast can't stretch the field out, and Utica City just right in front.
Diesel heads it away. Tavernisi battles. Good work out in front. Nice defensive play. NDI comes out with it for the Blast.
Well, a much better start to the third quarter than the first half for the Blast, but they got to start putting some balls in the back of the net to get back in here.
Unreal, 35 minutes now without a goal.
Some bad breaks, some great goaltending from Andrew Coughlin, but most of it to the team defense of Utica City as they've blocked many, many kicks.
Foul call here on Mike Diesel. Free kick for Utica. That second quarter that really, the Blast gave up those 2 quick goals to Logan Roberts, but then it seemed like it had settled down, but a couple of poor judgment errors defensively cost the Blast a couple of the goals and allowed Utica to kind of build this lead up to 5. Yelovich goes down. Kalu called for the foul for the Blast.
That's just not a smart play from Kalu there. That was inconsequential to make a play on a ball there. It's going away from the goal and gives Utica City a good restart opportunity.
Well, right through the wall, and Vanzella was there to make that play. There's Mello out of the corner. Heads it back for Nascimento. Dos Santos off the bench. Good pressure by Callahan. That's the other thing Utica City's done well tonight is pressure the Blast in the defensive third.
Well, when you keep control of the ball is another bad break for the Blast. I think the third or fourth time the official's been in the wrong place at the wrong time. But when you control the possession like Utica City's been able to do, you're able to set up that high pressure when you do turn it over. Again, Utica City just using the Blast playbook against them right now.
Quick turn here. Vanzella kicks that away.
DeRue unmarked at the top.
Ball funny bounce off the turn. Callahan's shot went just wide. Cemento runs it down to the corner, but he's double teamed.
I think we're going to see another jump ball here. We've seen several of these drop balls so far this year. We even saw a game with 3 of them in one half.
It's not often you watch a Blast game and you think the other team, it looks like the other team's playing 7-on-5. Everywhere you turn, Utica has the Blast bottled in. Kennewy plays it to the corner. Tale now. There's Lucio. This is exactly what the doctor ordered for Utica City. They'll run some time here. Kennewy's pass is taken away by Dos Santos. Nascimento. Vanzella clears. Only as far as the midfield, and Toby's right there. Dantas with the pressure. Off of Kennewy. Goes out of play. Kick in for the Blast.
That'll be the official timeout.
I believe they're going to call this a 3-line violation as well. Get a ruling from the 4th official. 3-line violation, Utica City. Well, hold on. Before we go to break, hold on here. The referees are going to talk about it. I tell you what, let's go to break. We'll sort it out when we come back from the break. Utica City in control right now. 7:35 left in the third. 5-0 Utica. Back with more after the break. You're watching MASL Soccer on MASL TV and NBC Sports Washington.
When it comes to getting back in the game, there's only one team to turn to. The team more high school, collegiate, and professional athletes train and recover with. That team is MedStar Sports Medicine. For more than 30 years, MedStar has served as a leader in the diagnosis, treatment, and rehabilitation of orthopedic and sports-related injuries. Ranked among the top programs in the Maryland and Washington regions, we offer rapid access to athletes of all levels. Let the pros who treat the pros treat you. MedStar Sports Medicine.
And welcome back to Baltimore. They've sorted it out, and the Blast will restart in the midfield. Kick in for Elton D'Oliviero, right outside of his own yellow line. He'll play it for Vanzella. William. Again, in the new rules this year in the league, Vanzella cannot cross the midfield stripe with the ball as a goalkeeper until the fourth quarter.
We got a Utica City player down, grabbing his head.
No.
It's Mike Diesel.
That's Nate
standing on
Bordeaux.
top.
Happened away from the play. Andrew, did you see what happened?
I did not. Mike Diesel was standing there. I'm not sure if anybody saw that. He's grabbing his jaw.
Replay here, and yeah, he just ran into Diesel. He just ran right into him. Don't see that very often.
And he goes over and he says, yeah, Bordeaux said absolutely nothing there. He just ran into him. But two Utica City players now walking off with their heads. And
well, our second drop ball in the last 30 seconds.
yeah, and I do see DeRue is back on the bench for Utica City. So as Utica City does the right thing, sends it back down to William Vanzella.
The Blast looking for answers. You got to get the first one before you get back into the game. Drive off the boards wide, and Diesel there for the rebound. Thomas for Elton. Elton avoids the double team. Diesel. There's Mello on the far side.
Look at that move.
Mello have been quiet tonight. He deked Callahan, but the left-footed attempt goes over the bar and the glass into the mesh. Goalkeeper distribution for Utica City.
Oh, beautiful piece of footwork there from Mello as he spills. Callahan takes him to the ground. It's crossover dribble if it was basketball, but Mello unable to finish for the Blast, and still 5-0 for this Baltimore team.
A clinic here by Utica City, one-touch soccer. Tavernese has it in the corner. Spins on Kalu and hit the stanchion that holds up the mesh there, so it'll be a goalkeeper distribution for Vanzella.
Roberts was looking for the deflection, but not going to get it.
Well, the least amount of goals the Blast have scored this year at home is 6. That was a 6-5 win over Harrisburg.
Going to need at least that many tonight. They're going to keep that 18-game winning streak alive.
Dos Santos directing traffic.
Well, he's trying to. NDI and Kalu just running the same patterns back and forth with each other as they are really struggling to find their flow in front of this back line of Donatelli and Dos Santos.
There's Dos Santos marked by Tavernese on the far side. Blast just look out of sorts. Kalu for Donatelli. Drives one off the boards in front. Clear to the midfield. Header by Kalu. Donatelli. NDI collides with Tavernisi and a foul called.
Blast fans don't agree with that call as the much bigger man went into Tavernisi and took him down.
Well, I mean, Joey just made the smart veteran play. Kind of ducked his weight into NDI and knowing he was the smaller guy, and then just went down, and he bought the foul call.
And now DeRue goes to take a shot, and NDI and looks like John Orlando are laying down on the ground, and I think that's John. Yep, John will get pulled up there. It's his shoulder.
He heads to the bench.
William will preside over the restart. Send it over to Diesel.
See how much more Vanzella gets involved here as time goes on.
Now, certainly once that fourth quarter starts and he'll be able to cross midfield, you saw in the Milwaukee game, he played almost the entire fourth quarter as his de facto sixth attacker. I expect to see him do the same thing here at home.
Dantas tries to chip one across. That's blocked away. Here he comes again. Run off. Foul called on the blast as Vitale goes down. Dantas takes exception. Vitale made the run at Dantas. I think Vinny took a little exception to that. And I don't know what Vitale was upset about.
He backed off real quick, whatever it was, because Vinny came over and asked him if he had a problem, and he said no.
Good turn by Nascimento there. Yelovich with some good D, though. Blast have been bottled up by Utica City tonight. Olivero cuts it back for Nascimento. Here's Mello. Really, the other big thing tonight, double team on Dantas. Diesel, far side. Mello gets pushed to the ground. Two-handed shove by Yelovich. That was pretty blatant.
Yeah, you think?
Here's the replay. Just watch. Yelovich is like, all right, I'm done with you. There you go. There you down to the ground.
I mean, wow.
Another drive is blocked away.
Coughlin has been playing fantastic behind this packed-in Utica City defense. Another save.
Quick shot by Diesel that time. Long distribution, three lines.
Blast have to capitalize here on one of these mistakes.
Restart for the Blast, 3:42 left in the third.
Vinny up high, unusual position for him on these restarts.
Quick chip by Mello. How did Coughlin get a hand on that one?
I have no idea. He wasn't even ready yet. What an incredible reaction from him. I don't know if we can see the replay on that, but he just took off and covered up.
That was headed upper 90, and somehow Coughlin got over there and parried it over the glass.
Great reaction time from Andrew Coughlin. Blast will get a dangerous restart, but should have had the first goal of the night.
Dos Santos lurking on that far post. Shot blocked. Wow. Bordeaux right there that time. Dos Santos keeps it alive.
You know, if you just looked at the teams and the way they're playing right now, and you had said this last year, you would have assumed that Baltimore was the team in blue and white, the way they're playing defense. I mean,
Bordeaux.
This has been an incredible effort from
Bordeaux
Utica
right
City.
there. I mean, Coughlin beaten that time, but Bordeaux right there on the line.
Well, I mean, William Vanzelli will be the first to tell you that the success for him long term as the goalie in this league and one of the best goalies in this league has been the team defense in front of him and next to him. How many times did Pat Healy step in front or Tony Donatelli step in front of a shot, Adriano Dos Santos? And Utica City taking page right out of that playbook, controlling possession, playing good team defense, and then pressuring high. It's the Blast playbook, and they're doing it perfectly.
Blast get the turnover here. Hoxie to the corner, has nowhere to go. Kalu for Thomas. Thomas gets pushed down by DeRue. Taru pleading his case. Pretty clearly pushed him to the ground, though.
He goes, I just touched him. Well, yes, two-handed shove.
Here's Donatelli. Tony, of course, dealing with the injury a few games back. He hasn't been 100%.
Look at that shot.
Toe poke by Kalu hits the ball, hits the bar on the side.
When Kalu made contact with that ball, he was facing the corner flag, and that hooked all the way into the far post. There was that much spin on that ball, but needed another 6 inches to put it in the back of the net.
Good cut by Donatelli. Cut off by Callahan.
Callahan kept his feet that time. Nope.
Quick turn, and Donatelli puts it up in to the stands, so it'll be a goalkeeper distribution for Coughlin with 2 minutes to play here, third quarter. Really an uncharted territory here for the Blast.
And NDI, coming off the bench, can't find his guy. Utica City finds it as Schindler was unmarked off the transition again. NDI and Orlando running next to each other.
That's been the other issue for the Blast, has been spacing.
They're out of sorts. They got guys playing positions that have never played before. You got guys on the field playing major minutes that weren't practicing with the team 3 weeks ago. And it's showing against a very good Utica City team.
Yelovich lose the double team in front, header goal. Jake Schindler with the header. It's a 6-0 Utica City lead. Well, I'll give Yelovich all the credit that time. He beats the double team here in the corner, then a great ball off the boards in front. Easy header for Schindler.
Sean Orlando and Nascimento just staring at each other as who was responsible to come back and cover that man in the middle. But I know one thing. There was no defense drawn up to allow him to sit directly in front of the net unmarked. And the Blast are down 6-0 now. 2 years, 18 games, and all at risk tonight as Utica City has taken it to the Blast in the first 3 quarters.
Santos' shot blocked. There's Mello. Nascimento dribbles into the defense. 40 seconds left. Quick shot, that goes wide. Dantas off the mark there. Turn, that's cleared. Mello retreats with 30 left. Dantas far side for Olivero. A nice return pass to Dantas, but a little too hard, too much pace on that. Vanzella keeps it alive. Coughlin takes aim at the goal, but Vanzella easily gets back for that one.
Well, that's what you can do when there's under 10 seconds left and you have a 6-goal lead.
Cemento can't finish. Coughlin makes that play, and that'll do it for the third quarter. All Utica City through 3. Utica City 6. Blast 0. Back with fourth quarter action after the break. You're watching MASL Soccer on MASL TV and NBC Sports Washington. Well, welcome back to Baltimore. Utica City leading 6-0 over the Blast here after 3 quarters of play. The MASL and MITRE share a long-term vision to see arena soccer grow in North America. MITRE's Astro Division ball is the official game ball for MASL league play. MITRE's Astro Division is designed specifically for play on artificial surfaces. It features a more accurate flight than the average ball, has a 30% reduced bounce to make it play more efficiently in arena soccer.
You know, it must be a good ball if it's that hard to pronounce.
I'm telling you, certainly a better ball than that read was.
Well, it's science right there, Paul.
Science
Is not easy
That's
to
right.
read, no doubt about it.
It's a 30% reduced bounce. That's what you have to remember from that. Makes it more efficient. Stats after 3 quarters of play. Utica City out shooting the Blast 22-21. Utica City has 12 block shots to the Blast 4. Blast have committed 13 fouls. Utica City's 9. William Vanzella has 12 saves, and Andrew Coughlin has 8. But the only numbers that count, 6-0 Utica City.
Utica City, interesting, a little late getting the guys out as they only have 3 guys on the field.
Well, they still only have, they have 4.
And just running it out here as we get down to the clock.
Hey, who wants to play? Well, the least amount of goals the Blast has ever scored here at CQ Arena is 4. That was in a 4-3 win over Harrisburg last January. Incredibly, the Blast looking for their first goal of the game as we start quarter number 4.
We're going through now, looking to try and see the last time the Blast were shut out, if ever. If William Vanzella's recorded several, but at least in the last.
Oh, quick header by Dos Santos. That's parried away by Coughlin. Comes Daru. Oh, good turn here. Shot just wide. Back come the Blast. Never really had to ask. I mean, oh, here's a chance. Shot a goal! There goes the shutout. Elton D. Olivero scores for the Blast. It's 6-1.
Well, Elton puts that talk to bed real quick as he drives one home on the transition. The Blast get a break. Utica City does not get the defense back in time. And as you can see here, unmarked Elton, and he doesn't take any chances with that one as he buries it hard to the nearest post.
Well, actually, he went near post on Coughlin. There really wasn't a whole lot of space there, but he found enough to get it into the back of the net and get the Blast on the board.
Well, we'll see as the crowd gets back into it, wakes up, and you saw the emotions from the Blast players as they awoke from this scoreless slump. We'll see where that changes the flow of this game.
Now for Elton D. Oliviero, that's his 3rd goal of the season. For Vinny Dantas, his 4th assist of the year. And the shutout talk has been eliminated.
Yeah, I appreciate that, guys. I don't want to have to go looking through the record books.
Now, if I recall, I think the last time the Blast were shut out at home, you'd have to go back maybe 10 or 12 years, and if Tom is listening from Milwaukee, it was the Wave, I believe, that shut the Blast out
8-0
at home in a season opener.
To start the season open, you're absolutely right.
Absolutely.
Nope, I absolutely remember that game, as I think that might have been my first game working, or my second season working.
Blast are buzzing now. Dangerous pass there, and Coughlin able just to clear it down the floor. Orlando can't settle.
Lucky break those outside the yellow. Won't be a restart.
Ubi Parapovic will start it, and he didn't like the.
Well, it was on a little bit of a mountain as it started rolling before he even touched it.
Down the boards for Yelovich, goes off his foot. Stolen by Diesel. Orlando clears. Thomas, just couldn't quite get it off the boards because Orlando was off to the races.
Well, DeRue's played a very good game. No call there from Yelovach taking down Mike Diesel. Again, mass on mass.
Finally, the Blast come out with it.
Oh, and then John Orlando, and this will be a blue card. Good job by the official. No, he put it back in his pocket. Oh, he pulled it out of his pocket and put it back.
Pushing foul called.
Wow. He got at Ryan Sidgwick, the head official, went into his pocket, pulled the card out, and then put it back. As John Orlando was absolutely spilled behind the play.
Maybe he was just checking to make sure he still had it.
Whoa.
Here's Elton. Touch for Orlando. That would have been just a silly play for Utica if they would have ended up a man down there.
Well,
got to be disciplined. Especially in this arena because goals can come so fast. Coughlin able to snag that in the corner. Just dumps it to an empty corner in the blast zone. Easy clear for Donatelli. Good work by Elton.
On and behind the play again, Jamie Thomas was taken down by Callahan.
Roberts does a nice job to shield Elton from the ball and draws the foul. Ball lofted to the corner. Elton chests it down over there. Yelovich steals, and now a foul called. Yelovich takes exception, and a little skirmish breaks out. Here's a replay. Looked like he kicked him in the back of the leg. Good call there by the official. Callahan drives it into the mesh. Vanzella will distribute with 12 minutes to play. Blast chasing 5. Good distribution here. Donatelli avoids the double team. Here's Nascimento near side. Marco. Quick off the boards. That's blocked away. Glass keep it alive. Great ball up ahead. Mello with the steal. Challenge out of your own defensive end here is to keep it in play before it goes over 3 lines. And that was a nice job defensively by Utica, even though the Blast won it back.
It's kind of a win in and of itself just to get it cleared in that short of a range without getting the restart. So,
yeah, if you don't, it's either nice little misdirect or redirection by Donatelli.
I think that was tipped as Donatelli tried to go through the legs.
Good distribution far side for Callahan. If you can either play it over 3 lines in play, but if you play it from your defensive end out of play, then it's called a defensive clearance in the MASL, and the other team gets a restart at the top of the arc, which is a very advantageous position.
It's especially magnified on a field of this size as those top of the arc restarts are slightly closer than they are in other arenas.
Utica City recovering nicely from that goal they gave up. Now a steal, though. Boy, I'll tell you what, Schindler does a nice job to recover there.
Got lucky there as he did a barrel roll. Not only didn't pick up the foul,
Giroux gets
going to get a card.
And 2 minutes. Mello will get 2 minutes here for tripping. That's an absolute crusher for the Blast. Down 5. Here's the replay.
We'll see.
Yeah, definitely trips him. I'm not really sure it's 2 minutes, but he tripped him.
Especially tough there after not calling the blue card earlier when he pulled it out of his pockets on the play involving John Orlando. But either way, called, and Mello not having a good time with the officials the last couple weeks.
Of course, Mello was shown a red card in Harrisburg for dissent.
Yeah.
Cost him the game in Milwaukee.
Well,
Blast lost that game 4-2.
Say a good lesson learned from him is he didn't spend any time arguing the call, even though his teammates certainly felt like it was not a good call.
Foul here on Utica City, so Blast with a free kick in their defensive zone. I would imagine we'll see an aggressive penalty kill here. Blast still chasing 5. Sure, we'll look for an opportunity here. Dos Santos chips to the midfield. 50-50 ball, fought for and won by Jamie Thomas along the boards. Quick turn, foul called on Toby.
Great job
so we'll
by
do it again.
Jamie Thomas. Great effort by Jamie Thomas. Then gets into a couple words with the Utica City bench after.
Quick shot by Dos Santos is blocked. Back for Vanzella. Good ball, Thomas. Thomas around the boards. Good aggressive play by Coughlin to come out and make the play.
You figure as soon as this penalty ends, the Blast will start looking at least William playing up higher in the...
at least, and we possibly could see the 6th attacker.
Haven't seen the jersey break out yet down here on the Blast bench, but we'll let you know if it makes an appearance.
First things first, have to kill the penalty. 53 left on the penalty to Mello. Quick touch by Toby, goes through the box, and shot put up into the crowd.
Bordeaux just unable to get over top of it.
5-goal lead, you could almost argue it's better to run the 2 minutes than actually score a goal. You can have those analytical debates, I guess. Vanzella clears. Dos Santos runs on. Adriano's shot, over the bar, off the glass. Thomas to follow. That's how fast it can happen here. Just one quick distribution and a chance on goal. And Dos Santos just missed.
Well, those are the ones you got to have if you're going to get back in this game. 9 minutes left, and the way that Utica City's playing defense, a shorthanded goal would have been massive.
Here's a chance, possible 2-on-1. Donatelli for Thomas. Jamie plays near side for Donatelli. Yelovich runs him off. 10 seconds left on the penalty. One last rush here for Utica.
4, 3,
Quick
2.
shot off the boards. That goes wide. Mello out of the box. And Utica City wins possession. 5-goal deficit, 8:20 to play.
All right, now we'll see if William will start pushing up. Fourth quarter, he can cross midfield. And the Blast have 8 minutes to score 5 goals.
Here's Vanzella now. Don toss to the corner. Double team. Mello lets it fly by. Kalu. Nascimento. Quick turn, that's blocked. Push in the back and a restart chance here for the Blast.
And the Blast just have to shoot the ball now. This much volume left to score, they got to pull the trigger. They got to put shots on Coughlin, this many bodies around. They got to look for deflections. They just have to shoot the ball.
Quick shot inside.
And that'll be the official timeout. We'll break here inside 8 minutes.
This will be a corner kick for the Blast when we come back from the break. 7:43 left in the fourth. Utica leads Baltimore 6-1. You're watching MASL Soccer on MASL TV and NBC Sports Washington. So welcome back to Baltimore. Blast with the corner kick. Two-man wall for Utica. Mello presides here for the Blast. Quick touch to Dantas, goes wide. Dos Santos goes off the glass. And Donatelli can't keep it alive. Vanzella runs through two Utica defenders, gets held. Yelovich called for the foul. Quick restart for the Blast. Dos Santos around Schindler. It's taken to the ground. Donatelli follows up. It's kicked out of play. Now, this should be top of the arc, right?
Oh, they're going to call deflection, not intentional. It was a deflection. Doney kicked it. Deflected off of Schindler.
Okay.
Yep.
There's Mello again on the restart. Donatelli shot blocked. Story of the night right there. Mello gets held. Vitali gets the foul. All right, so one-man wall here. See if Mello has something to shoot at here. Quick shot near boards. Rebound. Comes free but cleared. Donatelli runs on. Good pressure by Utica, but the Blast clear. Mello to the corner. Thought I heard a whistle, but they continue to play.
Well, Mello was quite upset as Ubi Peripovic pulled him down from behind. No call.
Drew fakes out Dantas and goes back for the defender. Picked up now by Nascimento. Utica possessions with 6:30 left.
Blast are going to have to start taking more chances here to regain possession. Not going to score 5 goals without the ball.
Foul on Nascimento.
Well, that was a fun little interaction between those two there. Ubi Peripovic tried to go scoreboard on him, and Marky Nascimento went to the championship banners.
It's a lot of friendly conversation, right?
Yeah, I mean, that was a nice little one.
Mello gets his jersey pulled, foul called. Callahan. Yeah, I saw the 3.
Yep.
That would be the 3 straight championships, right?
Yeah, he pointed right up at the banner.
Yeah, after Ubi Peripovic went scoreboard on him. Huh?
Yep, and then just pointed to the rings. So I tell you, that's nice in this championship banners, no doubt. But if you're Utica City and the fans back at home, you're worried about this season. Right now, they're going to take a 3-1 season lead over the Blast. They're going to have a 2-game lead in first place in the Eastern Conference, and looking like having the inside track to win the Eastern Division and have their choice of the playoff games, as the Blast will call a timeout here with 5:48.
No doubt, a tremendous win for Utica City here if they can hold on. And statement game, sends a message.
Well, not only that, but I mean, we talk about both teams having long weekends. So both teams have to play again on Sunday within the Eastern Division. So to get off to that start on Friday, both teams will be back in action on Sunday. Harrisburg coming here to Baltimore on Sunday, and then Mississauga playing against this Utica City team. And for Utica City, that's a big Mississauga team. So they're going to be matched up physically. So both teams wanted to get a win here, and either for the Blast tie Utica City for first place, and for Utica City to gain that 2-goal lead in first place and look to win their first Eastern Division championship.
Don't forget, get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams. Make sure you're following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram, and MASL Arena on Twitter.
So Tony Donatelli has donned the green 6th Attackers jersey, and we'll see the Blast come out of this timeout with Donatelli restarting the ball, 5:48, and the 6th attacker to score 5 goals. So it looks like it'll be Roberts, Yelovach, and Vitali on the front, and Schindler and Toby on the back line for Utica City. Hoxie, Dantas, Dos Santos, Oliveira, and Mello will join Donatelli on the Blast six-man team.
Well, usually don't see this. The one time we did see this for the Blast was when Vanzella was injured. Pat Healy had to come in and play sixth attacker for a whole almost 3 quarters.
Yeah.
Other than that, Blast aren't used to this at home.
Well, and the funny part about that was the sixth attacker that the Blast played with Healy in goal last year, they did so much better, or they did fantastic on defense. It wasn't until Harrisburg went sixth attacker against the sixth attacker that they started to score.
Yeah, correct.
Because I think Pat Healy went 2.5 quarters with only giving up 1 goal.
Blast will set things up. Oliviero far side. As you see Donatelli there with the green jersey on. Dantas now on the near boards.
So for the Blast, they'd like to see this at least 6-3 by the time they get to the 3-minute mark. Feel comfortable having a chance to score a couple goals in that last minute.
You kind of have to chip away here.
Yep.
It can happen fast. Doesn't take much.
Well, and it's momentum, too. It starts to eat at you as you start to give up a couple goals. You're reaching for it. You're tired. Utica City playing with a short bench. They have 2 goalkeepers dressed today. So, that psyche starts to come in. Is that a 3-line pass?
Yeah.
Mistake by Bo Yelovak, as if he had gone 2 more steps, he would have had the goal. Instead, the Blast will have the restart.
I think you have to be aggressive. I talked about this before. Can't sit back. It's so hard here in this small arena to sit back. Got to try to put it away early. And that's just, again, poor execution by the Blast.
I'd like to see a better shot from Oliviera there as he just kind of lunged out at that ball. He had spacing there and could have turned on that much harder.
The bottom line is that even if it's not on target, you really need to keep that in play. And he was not able to do that.
No.
If you keep it in play, even though it's not on target, you got a chance for a rebound, got a chance for a loose ball opportunity. In the netting, just isn't acceptable. Here's Mello. Donatelli. Dantas couldn't pounce on that. There's Mello. Dantas, good tackle there. Schindler able to step in. Mello a drive. Loose in front. Save. Hoxie kicks it out. He's pulled down from behind. No call.
Well,
unbelievable.
Absolutely chopped down like a tree as Andrew Coughlin hacked at his legs. He went over and apologized immediately. He knew what he did, but just a completely missed call.
Redirect, that's wide, and Coughlin makes that play. He'll fire towards the Blast goal and score. Coughlin with the goal. Now Hoxie going back at Coughlin.
Well, he rightly should. It was just a cheap play there. Oh, this Utica City team's got a lot of chutzpah.
The amazing thing to me was how no one saw Coughlin. Watch Coughlin here. How does no one see this? Watch Coughlin. Coughlin grabs him. Wait for it. Right there, grabs him and takes him to the ground. How does no one see that? So Coughlin with the goal. 11:27 the time of the goal. 7-1. Flash is out of sorts.
Roberts with a ton of effort to get back there and push Donatelli.
Well, look, we talked about, you especially, Andrew, talked about this. It's been a bunch of frustration for this Utica City team, formerly the Syracuse Silver Knights. They're so close, and they're feeling themselves tonight.
Well, and it's pretty interesting seeing them come in to that game they lost here in Baltimore earlier in the season, and the energy they brought at the end of that game is they were down 2-0, but Bo Yelovak going right at William Vanzella and scoring a goal and making that game what looked like it was going to be a blowout. Close there at the end. They're not giving up, and Yelovak puts another one in on Tony
Yelovak
Donatelli.
scores another. Utica goes up 8-1. And this one's over.
And William Vanzella is going to go back in for Tony Donatelli as the Blast will concede this one. Try and keep it respectable. I think that ship has sailed too.
Callahan gets the assist. 12:28 the time of the goal.
If you're the Blast, you have to play smart this last 2 minutes. No penalties, not letting the emotion get away from you. 3-time defending champions. It's a regular season game. Yes, they've lost the home field for the first time in their history.
And Dantas puts it into their mesh.
But at the end of the day, this franchise has been about winning championships, and that's what the Blast will regroup and look to start their pursuit of against Harrisburg coming up on Sunday.
Gut check time for the Blast. This is one of the worst losses we've seen from them in a long time. Especially, at home. We talked about the success at home here at CQ, but just overall, at home, the Blast have been, 80, 90%. And it's been quite a while since we've seen a beating to this magnitude put on the Blast at their home arena, whether it's here at CQ or the old Royal Farms First Mariner Arena. So Ubi Parapovic here, two-man wall for the Blast. Blast will have to regroup. Goalkeeper distribution here for Vanzella. They'll have to regroup. Quick turnaround. Sunday afternoon game here at CQ against Harrisburg. 3 o'clock start time.
Well, and then they don't have too long to wait as Milwaukee comes back. A very good Milwaukee Wave team that was playing undermanned against the Blast as well. Coming back to CQ Arena, so no West for the Blast.
The Milwaukee game will be on 11 Sports.
We really didn't talk about that, Paul, but what a momentous occasion for the Blast, and it's a shame it was such a poor showing, but back on TV in the MASL here in Baltimore. It's been a while.
Absolutely.
Excited to have the partnership with NBC Sports Washington. Hope everybody's enjoyed the telecast.
We'll be back on NBC Sports Washington on March 10th. Vanzella has it. Kalu. Here's Olivero. They'll regroup here. Vanzella in the offensive end. Here's Diesel. Shot blocked by Tavernisi. When you look at the score sheet, it wasn't the big names tonight that got it done for Utica either.
Again, Utica just played the Blast style of soccer.
Well, here's another goal by Coughlin. I don't know when you've seen 2 goals from a keeper in a game, but Coughlin with 2 goals tonight.
Well, it's interesting. At what point do you not do something like that, knowing that you're playing against this Blast team? You're going to have to see him again. You're going to see him in the championship, and the way the championship game's set up, they're going to have to come here, short of a Harrisburg or Mississauga miracle.
You can say it all you want, Andrew. If I'm Andrew Coughlin and William Vanzella's in midfield, I'm throwing the ball in the goal. I'm sorry. Anytime you're a goalkeeper, you get a chance to score 2 goals in a game. Come on. That's unheard of.
Well, Andrew has done it tonight. 9-1 for this Blast team, and Utica talked the talk, and they've walked the walk tonight.
Here's Schiller to run it out in the corner. 20 seconds left. Steal by the Blast. Donatelli. Nascimento. Coughlin will have the goalkeeper distribution. Off the boards. Dos Santos with 10 to play. Gives it away. Roberts plays it back, 5 seconds. Token pressure by Donatelli. 2 seconds, 1 second, that'll do it. An impressive 9-1 victory. Utica City gets the job done against the Baltimore Blast. Logan Roberts got it started for Utica City. 2 goals in the first quarter. Roberts would complete the hat trick. And by the time the dust had settled at halftime, it was 5-0 Utica City. And they kept the pedal down from there. Jake Schindler scored to make it 6-0 in the third. And then Utica City outscored the Blast 3-1. The Blast finally on the scoreboard. Elton D'Oliviero scores the only goal of the game for the Blast, as Vinny Dantas got the assist. But the last 3 goals of the game go to Utica City. And that's our final 9-1 is the score. Blast back here in Baltimore at the CQ Arena on Sunday. 3:05 kickoff against the Harrisburg Heats.
All right, Paul, I'm down here with Blast coach Danny Kelly. And Danny, you know, not a result you're used to here. First loss to CQ Arena. What did you see from Utica City that was different today?
I don't think it was so much Utica City. I think it was us. I think we were extremely poor. And ultimately, that's on me. So, you know, everybody takes a beating once in a while. We certainly took one tonight. We obviously got to be much better in all facets of the game. You know, again, trying to integrate some new players into the lineup, and you know, maybe I tried to integrate them a little too fast and too many too soon. So, you know, but overall, and don't misunderstand me. That the new guys that I'm integrating into the lineup, that this loss is not on them. This is on us, every single one of us. So, you know, we got 2 choices: work, grind, sacrifice. And put ourselves in a position where, you know, we can get into the playoffs. Right now, 7-5, probably our worst performance in years. You know, bottom line, it's got to be better.
So you're looking up in the standings for the first time in a long time at a Utica City team, young and hungry. As you talk about that grind, do you see this team being able to come together and do that?
Well, I mean, we didn't get 7 wins by accident this year. You know, I think we're, 1-3 against Utica City. Probably should be, you know, fair result would be 2-2 with the game we played up there. So, you know, we had a poor game. We got to own up to it. But by no means are we throwing in the towel in any way, shape, or form.
So quick turnaround. You have Harrisburg coming back here on Sunday. You looking to change anything in your lineup as you look at the players that are available to you? Any changes that you see from a structure standpoint?
There probably will be some changes. I mean, you know, guys tonight played themselves out of the lineup. So. We got some injuries, so, you know, we'll see. But, you know, you learn a lot when you lose about the guys you have. So I learned a lot tonight.
Well, good luck, get some rest, and we hope to see you guys back out here on Sunday with a more favorable result. Thank you, Danny.
Thanks.
All right, there's Danny Kelly talking about the Blast's first loss at CQ Arena. And when we come back, we'll have Logan Roberts, who had the hat trick to start the game from Utica City.
All right, Andrew, that's going to do it for our television broadcast. We're going to say goodbye to NBC Sports Washington. Once again, our final is Utica City 9 and the Blast 1. If you want to see the interview with Logan, stick around on the streaming on MASL TV. We'll talk with Logan on MASL TV after the break. Utica City wins it here tonight at Baltimore, 9-1 the final. You're watching MASL Soccer on MASL TV and NBC Sports Washington. All right, welcome back to Baltimore. Utica City wins over the Blast 9-1 is the final. Back down to Andrew Primrose, who has the star of the game for Utica City. Andrew?
All right, well, Logan, 3 goals, natural hat trick in the first half there as you guys got off to a quick start. You've never beaten Baltimore here in